You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube up, welcome back to Channel Adrian TV, and y'all know me as Adrian. But before we get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos. Also follow me on Rumble where I post. And also follow me, or I should say subscribe to the Room Tune 31 podcast that I do with Maurice. And if you see anything you want me to react to, or any type of reaction video, please don't hesitate. You can hit me up on one of my social media platforms. They'll be pinned in the description. And if it's a great video topic, I will definitely do the topic and shout you out. Now, for this reaction video today, it deals with former NBA player, UConn superstar Jeremy Lamb. He talks about how his coach was sabotaging his career behind his back. Because those of you who are not aware, a lot of high school coaches hold a lot of power when it comes to colleges, because colleges have to most of the time reach out to the high school coach to get to the player. So I'm going to play you the video, go over some comments, and the reason I select this video is because one thing as a young woman or young man you're going to have to learn is your coaches, your bosses, mentors, adults and elders, even your parents, they could stab you in the back. So you're gonna have to learn these tough lessons, and I have some tips to overcome that, and also wanted to read the comments. But first, let's get into the video.
So Georgia Tech, Paul Hewitt was there. They were sending me letters, and then they just like stopped sending them, whatever. Ended up going to UConn, and I played for like the USA team, like 19 and under or whatever. And
he was a coach.
He was the coach. So the first like preseason game, I had like 30. He was like, damn, I shouldn't have listened to your high school coach.
What?
And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I shouldn't have listened to him. I was sitting there like, damn.
Your high school coach shitted on you? That's why you weren't getting no fucking offers. Your high school coach was shitting on you. You should have said that before, nigga.
we figured it out.
We figured it out. Hey, look, hey, here on Run Your Race, we figured shit out. His high school coach fucked him.
I was sitting there like, damn.
And did you fuck with coach at the time?
Hell yeah.
See, that's a very tough story, very sad, because you have to think about it. Him being young and putting so much trust in his high school coach, for his high school coach to do that behind his back, I'm sure that hurt him, because especially we all know a lot of players are close with their coaches. And I'll give you an example of my own life. I remember one person that was I don't want to say look up to, but they would give me some certain pointers. A certain position came open, the actual job I got now. Come to find out, after I did apply for that job, those were one of the people going against me. Think about that. Even though they were giving me pointers and saying, hey, you should go for that. But those were that person was the main one going against me in that room when they were choosing for that position. Now, thankfully, I got the position, and that person had the nerve to come to my face and said, hey, I'm glad you got the position. And I told them straight up to their face, I'm like, no, you didn't. I know in the room you weren't rooting for me to get that. And their face completely changed. Now, the difference is I understand people do that and it doesn't hurt my feelings. One of the best things I've learned to use throughout life is once people show you who they are, accept it for what it is and keep it moving. In other words, move accordingly. It's no point for you to fight or, get so angry, cry, yell, get upset. Just be very straightforward, and once you understand it, just move accordingly. Now let's go over a few commenters' comments before I do more of a deep dive into this video. One commenter said, that's why I never say anything when players or past athletes say they had it hard because of their coach. Blank happens a lot. And that's true, because they hold so much power. And when you're a player, or you could take it in the workforce, a lot of times you always have a boss above you. So a lot of times you're kind of at mercy at their disposal. Another commenter said, that's a real thing. High school coaches will hide letters to try and get a package deal as an assistant or opportunities out of college if they make sure the player they want goes there. Yeah, a lot of people do those little backdoor deals. That's true, but also another layer is people have their own interests, so you never know what's going on. Another commenter said, coaches been doing this BS. Our high school coach will hold letters and not tell players. We didn't find out until years later. And see, that's the most hardening thing about this, is because it's sick. You have a grown adult doing this to young men, and you don't know what it could have done to their life. They could have had a good college career, go to the pros. They could have got to go to a good college, a good university to get that engineering degree. You don't know what could have happened, but it's unfortunate, and it's an ugly truth about sports and life, and an the ugly truth about adults and elders and parents or coaches or people you look up to. But it's one of those harsh truths that unfortunately men and women, you're gonna need to learn. And honestly, I hope you don't, but most of you will go through this, just like I did. One commenter said, a lot of high school coaches also use these kids for kickbacks too. Steer them towards or away from a specific college and the coach gets a check in the mail. That's true. The reason I like doing topics like this is because all of this is in correlation with each other. Like I said, people have backdoor interests and it may not be you. And one commenter said, and actually I was thinking the same thing when I saw this video, Drewski wasn't lying with that skit. And if you don't know, Drewski did a skit about how football coaches are steering other coaches to go to another player by saying that player was a bad person. You get what I'm saying. This has been rampant for a very long time, but because of social media and players have a platform to speak out, you're starting to see it now come out now. But you see how words like that can hurt your career and hurt your value and ultimately hurt your image. This is why I wanted to pick this video and go over a few things of what you can do and what to expect and how you can overcome. Now, first and foremost, a lot of times when this happens, and if they know you stand up for yourself, you may never know until years later, like that one commenter said. But there's a few things that you can do. Number one is, like I always said, and that's why I always preach this, you have to outwork people. Don't make it easy for people to go against you, because if you're always working hard, if you stay out of trouble, if you're doing the right things, it makes it that much harder. Yes, can they still hate on you? Yes. Can they still kick your back in? Yes. Can they still say terrible things about you behind your back? Yes. But if you're still working hard and you're showing proof and people see that, they can never take that away from you. The one thing I do like about social media, it does give players power. So in other words, you can seek your own opportunity. You can promote yourself. You can put yourself out there, because gone are the times that coaches had that power. And also you could use it for sports. You could do it for building your own brand. You could do it for broadcasting, like with YouTube. There's a lot of things that you can use social media for. Now, there are good things and there are bad things, but if you're going to use it to promote yourself and show that you're capable, this is why I suggest everyone should do a YouTube, especially when it comes in your career field. Like, say if you want to get into sports journalism, start you a sports journalism type show or broadcast to show off your talents, even if you're not getting the opportunity. Because the best thing with the internet, and since we all have these phones, is you can start creating your own opportunities, that you can start building your own brand and your own personality, to where people don't got to go to coaches, your boss, your elders, your parents. They could go to directly you, and you could present them with who you are, like I do with this channel. And point number 3 is, this is why your support system is important. Now, I know me personally, I said I don't really need a support system because I'm strong enough mentally and emotionally to handle it. But some people aren't, and that's okay. But that's why you need to have your inner circle, people that you're close with, that you really know deep down inside, they want you to win. Now, can those same people betray you? Yes, but as I've said earlier, if people close to you betray you and that trust is no longer there, just accept it, learn from it, and move accordingly. It's no point to lose your life and to yell and, to do all those other things. It's way better once you just process it, don't even react, learn from it, and move on. But men and women, tell me what you think about the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, yes, there are going to be people who talk behind your back and backstab you. But at the end of the day, if you keep your head up, keep working hard, and just pay attention to these things, I promise you, like I've done myself in my own life, you will be able to overcome. Oh yeah, no, my bad. Also, I forgot to say, this is a 20-second video in a day, road to 365. So y'all continue to support and subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all later.